So I'm not planning to make an EFED. That's my official statement. I'm not planning to make an EFED, but I think I'm going to accidentally create an EFED. I think that's what's going to happen tonight. And my goal is to eventually have everybody in chat who wants a character to have a character, but I want it to be based on them and not simply a fictional character, the way most EFEDs are. Welcome to the first episode of Mansionverse Arena, a fighting arena live in the Sparkbomb mansion, where members of the Sparkbomb community and creations by the Sparkbomb community will compete for glory and for story writing and other such things. I want all of you to look like yourselves, of course. There are a few fictional characters in here. In fact, our first match will feature 2 fictional characters. Our first match is going to be the power couple, Sayuri versus Dynamo. Both of these fan characters of my own, OC characters by Nebiros for Sayuri and Dynamo for myself. We are still learning a lot of the how 2K19 works and such. Shattered Heart Dumb in the crowd. Mika has that sign. Good. So I want you all to picture yourselves as being in the ballroom, the Grand Ballroom of the Sparkbomb mansion. It won't look quite right in the game, but that is where we are. Original characters. Look, Rex, that's what happens sometimes, okay? I don't always say the right thing. I am just a voice to commentate along with this pretty face. And so we are getting the random rings and stuff because we don't have a universe mode set up yet. It's just characters. It's just set up. Here we have Sayuri prancing on in like the beauty and fan favorite she is. Do consider checking out her OnlyFans, but be warned, it's 18+. Cyprus in the crowd holding up a sign saying "Winner gets flowers." I may turn down crowd volume later. So environment includes the crowd. That's good to know. Sayuri showing off her lovely body. We still haven't learned how to properly have the crowd reaction be all cheers because Sayuri is a fan favorite. In fact, they actually said that she ended up losing a little bit of weight to get here on the show. She used to have quite the bust. In fact, most of the pictures being drawn of her, most of the pictures being taken by her boyfriend Dynamo, make her look much bustier than this, or perhaps she's just wearing a very powerful sports bra to keep her in check. This, of course, her boyfriend, Dynamo, a man almost as stylish as me. He is very excited to be here. He is the life of the party. Nebiros in the audience sending in a word right now that it's all in the angles for how Sayuri's bust looks as nice as it does. Now, Dynamo knows how to work a crowd up into a frenzy, as he is doing right now. He is, of course, an American exchange student visiting Japan, living near Tokyo in Domino City, supposedly Domino City, with Sayuri, where they met, where they supposedly fell in love, although with that movement, I'm not sure if it's love so much as lust. And Dynamo should be getting booed a little bit. Dynamo is, of course, a pretty boy. And this match should be starting any moment here. I will again remind our fans that all of our characters are still learning how to fight. They are still working on their movesets. They are still working on their outfits. Many of the things here are subject to change. The two of them appear to be grappling a bit with each other, weaving in and out of each other's movements, as they are quite used to doing, or so I am told. Sayuri pushing Dynamo up against the corner and finally pushing him aside and getting ready to do nothing but grapple him again, apparently. I don't know if the two of them are having a discussion. I can't quite hear that well into the ring. Perhaps they're misunderstanding the rules of combat and think they need to get physical in different ways, as is being speculated by some members of the crowd. Sayuri taking Dynamo down, since, you know, it seems to be the only option right now, and putting him into a very awkward position. Now, what's she going to do next? How is she going to follow this up? She is bringing him back to his feet, and he's taking advantage of it by twisting her arm around. I hear she is quite flexible, so it's hard to say how much that hurts her. But that elbow to the face had to have hurt, and a stomp to the face too. She is taking a pounding, that's for sure. But Dynamo's keeping it simple right now, simply with repeated kicks to the back. Finally bringing her back up to her feet just to give her a knee in the gut. Ooh, and those kicks. That is not the kind of thing that you easily get up from. Although, you know, word from Nebiros is that is a normal Saturday. The two of them actually met through fighting, through their disagreements, through their arguments over the years. Sayuri, known for being a bit of a firebug, in fact, her social media, @firebug. I think that's also her OnlyFans. Dynamo, on the other hand, is a bit more cool-headed, but also very casual. Dropping in with that fist to her face. The thing that surprises me the most is that he is willing to risk damaging those sunglasses that she is wearing. They, of course, match his own. And I didn't know that he owned more than one pair. Sayuri must have stolen them from him. You know, it makes perfect sense to me that he would be quite upset by that. And now he is going in for an early pin, but failing. She's kicking out on the one. She is ready for much more punishment than this. And now he's choking her, which, well, do I need to say anything about that? But Sayuri is finally content with the chokehold, finally breaking out of it. Slapping Dynamo, perhaps for not continuing, perhaps for not being strong enough. It's hard to tell which. And Dynamo going in for another pin. But Sayuri kicking out after the one. I don't know why he thought it was going to work that time. Perhaps he thought he had distracted her enough. Made her forget where she was. Now, Sayuri is quite athletic, as we can see by that throw she just did. But I'm curious to see more of her normal athleticism. She has quite a few athletic moves. I don't think we've seen any of them tonight. None of her signatures, none of her favorites, none of that good stuff. And I don't know if Dynamo just seems eager to end this or quite what. Dynamo, of course, only getting this one match tonight. Playing to the crowd a little bit here. Perhaps he wants to prove why he's on top, why he's the best. And here we go. I don't even know what that was, but Sayuri was all over her man before bringing him down. I think she's ready to remind him that even though he might be the one in charge of the relationship, she is still plenty feisty. Now, some people would say that I'm being a little bit sexist with these comments, but Sayuri has on many occasions said that she does not mind the objectification at all. I mean, just look at that position she was just in as she flipped Dynamo. She has no fear to do this to her boyfriend or to others who are not in a relationship with her, despite the fact that, of course, these two are supposedly very loyal to each other, very faithful to each other. And there Sayuri goes, just showing off the power of those thighs and legs. This might be the part where Dynamo is in quite a bit of trouble, just getting thrown around like a ragdoll. Where does Sayuri have that strength? We don't know. Hand resting on her hip, and here in for a moonsault, but not going. Oh, she is going for the pin, just a little bit delayed. That might take Dynamo out. Kick out on two, it's not enough. Sayuri looks a little bit disappointed, but she is ready to show her aerial prowess. What is she going to do? Another moonsault going in for that pin again. It might be enough. We're about to find out. Dynamo not going to let her have a win that easily, but he has to be hurting. He has been taking more punishment than he was giving to her at the start of this match. The two of them have to be getting exhausted. Oh, Dynamo slipping right out of that throw. But he doesn't seem to have quite enough strength to capitalize on it, and here Sayuri is. That's right, we forgot to do predictions at the start of this. We will be having predictions probably in the future, teaching our chat how to do that. But most predictions should be before the match starts. Nevertheless, Mika has said 100 bits on Sayuri. I, of course, have no control over any of this. The controller doing nothing. This is pure AI versus AI. The only thing that gets this tournament are some of the base stats. Sayuri simply stood there. I'm not sure why. Maybe she wanted to put on a little bit more of a show. Maybe give her man the feeling that he has a chance. I don't know. And she is proving indeed that it was just an illusion that he had any real chance. And he's rolling out of the ring, trying to recompose himself, and jumping right back in. That's a strange decision. Perhaps he took a few too many hits to the head. dodging out of that clothesline safely, but he's just standing here. This is not good, Dynamo. Sayuri has flipped him over, gotten him into a pin position, but no, he is kicking out on the 2. This is still going. This is still going, everyone. But Dynamo is not fighting back nearly enough. Why, hello there, skirt facing this way. I mean, Sayuri has no fear. Wow. Sayuri's still trying to wrap this up and still failing. Dynamo reminding her that she only gets to be on top when he says she gets to be on top. They're back into a little bit of a grapple briefly. That punch to the face. Oh, what is Dynamo up to now? Just showing off to the crowd? What is he going to do? Sayuri is there on the side, and he just punches her right off of the apron. The apron, of course, is the side of the ring. Now, none of us knows very much about wrestling. Even they themselves do not know much about wrestling. And I will specify that even though this is taking place in a wrestling ring, even though that has been the agreed upon setting, this is more akin to street fighting than true wrestling. Dynamo seeming to just be content to stand here and watch Sayuri writhe around on the ground. Just waiting for her to get up so he can lay even more punishment into her, taking her over to the rope. And just hurting that neck. She has to be winded from that hit. That could not have been good on her neck. Finally stomping on that booty. Dynamo, what are you going to do next? What are you going to follow up with? Another gentle kick and a kick to the face. Now, Sayuri has signed the waivers, and of course, proving again that she is not to be underestimated. So while I normally do not approve of men hitting women, Sayuri has said that if Dynamo does not hurt her enough, bad things will happen. But indeed, the bad things seem to simply be happening to Dynamo. I am glad to be here from the safety of this commentator box. And Sayuri is just picking Dynamo up more and more. Dynamo has reversed it, slapping Sayuri down to the ground. Dynamo, what are you going to do? I know you have to be weak. You have to be low on energy. Oh, grabbing her leg, letting her kick you in the face was not the correct choice. But Dynamo still has plenty of fight left in him, still taking her down. This is still anyone's game. Dynamo strangely choosing to get his arm stuck in the rope for a second there. And not content to let Sayuri time out outside the ring. Of course, we have a 20-second timer outside of the ring, following the same instructions by the CWL universe. We have borrowed much of our base features from them. We are getting some feedback from them. We are learning from all the things that Sparkbot has told us about his experiences there. Sayuri, I don't know exactly what you're doing. I don't know if you feel you offended that rope and that's why you're putting your hands up. She seems to be a little bit. Oh, she is going for that top rope. What is she going to do? This could be it. That's a position. Dynamo, too accustomed to being in that position or too polite to get out of it, lost. And Sayuri has taken the first victory. Mika, thank you for those 100 bits wagered on Sayuri. Sayuri is the first winner, defeating her boyfriend. I don't know how often that happens. I don't know how that's going to play into their relationship later tonight. Perhaps there will be some rumors. Perhaps there will be some press release. Who knows? We are still learning what is going to happen here in the Mansionverse arena. But those two are the first, and Sayuri has taken the first win. Now, our next match, hotly demanded. It is said that our next match came in the previews. And that during the previews, Shattered Rift lost to Sparkbot. But again, it's a warm-up match. Warm-up matches do not count. And so the question now is who is going to win here? I have, of course, forgotten. Oh, no, I need to put up my my poll. Stand by. We're finding that prediction button. We're finding that position. There it is. There it is. Now Shattered Rift showing off that booty, but it's getting blocked by the Hell in the Cell header. I'm not sure why some of these things show up yet. I'm not sure how all this works. And we need to start a new prediction. The question is, we have that is not the button I meant to hit. That is not at all the button I meant to hit. Now the way this works is that depending on the this is a 2-minute. Okay. The prediction is starting now. Throwing a rose of that booty, Cyprus in chat, out in that audience. Now, the thing is that if you were to bet a massive amount of channel points and the other person only bets 100, you know, those massive amount of channel points of yours are still up for grabs. So it is advised that you start with, you know, a lower amount that you're willing to lose and then go up as you choose. But that prediction is live. Wager, do you think Shattered Rift is going to win, or do you think Sparkbot is going to win? Sparkbot, of course, somehow in a very different body and different form than he was in his CWL days in CWL Genesis, which, thanks to the magic of the Mansionverse, is happening simultaneously to the real world. We do have a 1K prediction on Sparkbot. If somebody wants to even wager, you know, 10 points against those 1,000, they could potentially win if Rift is able to pull this off. We have 100 going in by somebody. Sparkbot pushing Shattered Rift over to the corner, putting his hand on Shattered Rift's mouth, probably to prevent any kind of command that could disrupt anything. But it seems those two are not content to grapple with each other. And Sparkbot coming out ahead this time. I don't know what exactly is going on. Oh, slamming Shattered Rift down. Sparkbot has been waiting to help Shattered Rift. But the two of them simply seem to be grabbing each other around the waist. Cyprus, the witch, coming in hot with the hot take that Sparkbot is a metal powerhouse. Now, of course, if you have Sparkbot emotes, please spam them in chat right now. Taking Sparkbot into a chokehold, but it's not enough. Sparkbot breaking that chokehold quite easily and twisting Rift's arm in order to bring Rift down to the ground. Now, Sparkbot may look mean, but Sparkbot is actually quite polite and quite willing to fight, quite willing to show off what he has learned from the CWL. You were able to vote in them as when you were making them, but as a mod viewer, you can't participate. I'm sorry, Nebby. Rex was able to participate in it. Rex had put his money on me. A Shattered Rift just bashing his fists against all that metal, finally slamming Sparkbot down. Again, I remind our viewers that these movesets are not... So half our mods can't, but half of them can. I know it's to prevent abuse. I'm just surprised that Rex was able to vote in it. Oh, Sparkbot with that mushroom stomp. I don't know where he got those jetpacks to get his boots up that high, but he did. Could be mobile versus desktop. That's a possibility. Sparkbot just trapping Rift's head between his thighs and just bashing elbow after elbow to the head. Before preaching to the crowd, showing off his skills. Sparkbot, of course, loves hearing the crowd cheer. That is a mission accomplished to him, win or lose. But Sparkbot has gotten a taste for winning lately. I hear that he had a match earlier today. I have not seen it myself yet. But Sparkbot is very eager to prove himself here in the Mansionverse. Shattered Rift, on the other hand, not about to make it easy. Shattered Rift has quite a bit to prove, to remind everyone why he is the leader of the Sparkbomb community, to prove that he is the best around and that no one's going to take him down the way he just took Sparkbot down right now. Maybe there was a button I meant to hit with the prediction I didn't hit. If so, I apologize. Now, of course, these movesets are not final. All of our competitors are still learning how to fight, still learning what to do. Sparkbot dabbing after headbutting Shattered Rift. That's insult to injury right there. Shattered Rift dodging. He is not about to let Sparkbot have it that easily, but it doesn't seem to be working out well for Shattered Rift quite yet. This cannot be good. That is not a position you want to be in. Sparkbot, what are you doing? This is going to hurt. That's all we know for sure. Oh, right on the back. Shadow Drift, of course, needing that spine. That's why he sits in those ergonomic chairs. Sparkbot just continuing his assault, politely focusing on the upper body since Shadow Drift needs those legs for dancing. Finally, Shadow Drift breaking that hold. And just laying fist after fist. Oh no, Sparkbot has caught him and is fighting back. We have quite the back and forth right now. Shadow Drift opting to focus quite a bit on Sparkbot's head. I have to wonder, where is Sparkbot's CPU? Which parts of Sparkbot's body will overheat first and affect him most inevitably? Did Sparkbot just brush his shoulders off? Where did Sparkbot learn all of this sass? Oh no, this armbar, this is going to hurt Shadow Drift's arm. This is it's not quite twisting his arm, but it is pulling it, and it can't be good. Sparkbot going in for a pin. Sparkbot, with his experience, knows when to go. Oh, Shadow Drift kicking out of that on the 2. Thank goodness. I was worried we were done for a second there. Question is, what will Sparkbot do now? When did Sparkbot learn a moonwalk? When did Sparkbot steal some of Shadow Drift's dance moves? I don't know. But this is painful. It is no wonder that Sparkbot is such a fan favorite in the CWL and here in Mansionverse Arena. There is no doubt that Sparkbot is going to remain popular for quite a bit of time to come. Sparkbot just laying more and more punishment into that back. What is Sparkbot doing now? Wrenching on Shadow Drift's head in a strange but uncomfortable. Shadow Drift looks uncomfortable. That's all I know for certain. That can't be nice on the head, on the neck. Sparkbot is mocking the fact that I can no longer dance with broken legs. I don't think so, Cyprus. Shadow Drift going in for a very strange position for a pin, but it was not good enough. Sparkbot kicking out almost instantly. But Shadow Drift does appear to still be in this. He appears to be able to handle quite a bit of a beating. Probably, after years of dealing with Sparkbot's antics, Shadow Drift is quite eager to get a little bit of payback for that. Has quite a bit of anger and resentment built up for the robot who was only built to help. Now, Mika, I should mention, this version of Sparkbot does indeed have 2 bytes of RAM, at least. This version of Sparkbot, very capable. Nebiros, meanwhile, believing in Sparkbot, but Shadow Drift is giving some reason to doubt for that. Quite a bit of reason, in fact. Just laying kick after kick into Sparkbot. Again, it is a 20-second time for ring out. So it's unlikely. Ooh, Sparkbot just doing a jumping head, but just shaking it off. That head is thick. That head is thick indeed. It is good to see we have all of our fans out in the audience, quite evenly supporting both competitors here. Now, Shadow Drift, of course, having that stylish blue on the bottom of his dress shoes. Those are custom. I don't know what brand they are, but we do know that they are custom. Shadow Drift slinking right out of that hold to punch Sparkbot in the back. But Sparkbot ready to just counter right on back. This is quite the back and forth match. Sparkbot quite skilled from his days in the CWL. I don't know how many of these moves he unleashed in the CWL, but it's been a number. Sparkbot does seem to be getting tired though. Ending up on his knee quite a bit. Oh, what's he doing now? Oh, dropping his whole body weight on Shadow Drift. Is that enough to end it? It is. Sparkbot has won. Sparkbot on hands and knees, not seeming to be able to believe that he pulled it off. Doing a nice little dance of his own sorts to show off his victory, to be happy. And just exiting the ring, quite content with himself. I don't know what that dance is called, but Sparkbot clearly worthwhile. Even when Rexazord in the crowd, speaking with those in the crowds, Rexazord says, even when Rift isn't playing the game, he still loses. And I will say again, one of my goals with Mansionverse Arena is to showcase you guys as you look. I want this to be true to life. Durf resembles the real Durf. She gave quite permission. Her instructions for her character were make it as close to realistic as possible, with a few caveats, you know, to make sure that she looked good. So let's go ahead and watch their introductions. I think Durf's introduction is still mostly the default, but we do want to appreciate what is here. Again, people are still finding themselves as characters, still learning how they want to enter the arena, learning how they want to show victory, learning what moves they want to know. The question is, will anyone bet against Cyprus? I don't know. I myself am not able to predict, so Cyprus getting some wager on her. Now this is of course Durf. It is a nice amalgamation of what she looks like in real life. She has told me that she is looking for a different shirt to wear underneath that jacket, because apparently due to the glitching in the Mansionverse graphics, you can see the shirt through the leather jacket on occasion. So that will be corrected at some point in the future. Now, for those who don't know Durf, she is quite short, and she's a little bit unsteady on her feet. Now, I don't know how she was able to simply jump up and climb over that rope. Of course, I don't know how she was able to get over the top rope. Again, the mansion is not a perfect virtual reality space. Shadow Drift is still actively working on it with help from Captain Nebiros to make that graphical fidelity in this virtual reality setting perfect. And so we give pardons, we give forgiveness for anything that is not quite up to standards. Cyprus, of course, a wonderful fan favorite known as the Witch. We forgot to introduce Durf's nickname before, and Durf is the Disaster. Nebiros in chat saying, do not question the mansion's powers. Now, Durf, of course, rocking that forest witch vibe, said to love some cottagecore goodness. She is hoping to prove herself in Mansionverse Arena, or so I hear, so that she can afford to expand the garden that Shadow Drift has let her tend on the mansion grounds. Why is Durf competing? I'm not quite as certain. I think Durf just wants to be part of this, wants to prove herself a little bit. But these two are about to go at it. We're about to... Ooh, Cyprus showing no mercy right off the bat. No hesitation to attack Durf. None whatsoever. But Durf is willing to do the same. Willing to slam Cyprus down to the ground. Willing to pull and tug on that arm. Do not... One thing is for certain. Do not pick a fight with Durf. Now, I hear Cyprus is beginning a lot of practice behind the scenes with Shadow Drift. I cannot verify that. What on earth is that, Cyprus? Going in for an early pin, just showing off at that point. I had no idea Cyprus was that flexible. And it is possible that someone told Cyprus that Durf was stomping on flowers before the match. Oh, just jumping up there to kick Durf back down. That is a fall for someone that short. Cyprus just dropping that leg right onto Durf's neck, right across her throat. But Durf just slipping Cyprus right back up. But this is a very back and forth. Cyprus is indeed full of surprises. Like that drop kick right to Durf's face. Did anybody see that coming? Now, Cyprus knows that in order to win, she has to be able to pin Durf's shoulders down for 3 seconds. But it's too early for a pin now. I had no idea Cyprus had the strength to lift Durf up that casually. And look at that athleticism being shown by Cyprus. Quite impressive. Once again, putting that leg right across the throat. What is happening now? This is okay, so this is one of the settings that I need to understand how it works and why it works and how to turn it off. Cyprus getting distracted by somebody who has no place belonging in the mansion. This appears to be a cameo, or perhaps Durf had the get help function. Get that woman out of the ring, please. I do not know who that is. It would have been a shame if Durf had won because of that. Now, Cyprus was a soccer player in her prime, so she does have some good kicks. I'm not sure if it's because we're not in universe mode or what it is, Nebby, but that's a setting that's been happening occasionally. I thought I had it turned off. It's one of those things that we're gonna need to consult with Sparkbot. I think Sparkbot might have left the perhaps it was a spam bot getting through. A spam bot coming through and disrupting this match. Quite rude to have happen. Oh, Durf just rubbing Cyprus's face in the ground. Now, I've heard that Cyprus has some health issues, so I can't imagine how this is doing for Cyprus and how it's not doing. But Cyprus knows how to show no mercy right there. You know, and it's some would say it's a real shame that these two were quite good friends. That Cyprus is one of the most polite people we know. But you know what they say? It's the polite ones you have to watch out for when they get angry. What is Cyprus up to, climbing up to that top rope for a drop kick? I think that might have hit Durf in the throat, in the clavicle, in the collarbone. Cyprus showing off the kicks that she learned from soccer. I hear that's how she juggles the soccer ball. I'm not totally certain. Will it be enough to finish Durf off? Not quite. Not quite. And you can feel the despair Cyprus is experiencing right now. She thought she had it. I think she's trying to make sure that Durf can't breathe right now. Going for that pin again. No luck. No luck at all. Durf is still on the ground. Oh, what is Cyprus up to now? Cyprus is assessing the situation, trying to decide how she's going to do this. But she gave Durf too much time. Durf, finally, is she making a comeback? Slamming Cyprus right on down, having to brace off of Cyprus to stand back up. Durf very proud of herself as we see her looking at the crowd right now. Fortunately, that is not the end of Cyprus either. Our competitors are willing to stick around for quite some time. Quite some time. Durf can to just saunter over to Cyprus. A kick to the gut. Oh, dropping most of her body weight into Cyprus's chest. That referee being a little bit slow about getting over here into position. But that is it. That is it. Durf has won. Cyprus has lost. The audience not happy about that one. Not happy about that one at all. Durf ecstatic about that victory. Once again, I will remind people that is true. Durf did have that phone a friend. Did get that spam bot into the arena. How are the fans going to react to all of that? Or are they going to turn on Shadow Drift for not having a good enough security question protecting the Sparkbomb mansion from that spam bot who got into the arena? I don't know. Now, of course, we may be able to hear more from our competitors in the Sparkbomb forums later. Our next match is by someone who is very eager to prove himself, Kitsune. And he will be facing down our veteran of the ring, Game Enjoyer. I actually had such a play. We will have 2 minutes for this prediction as per usual. Kitsune very eager to prove himself here in the arena, having quite the muscular body for those who are not familiar with him. You're very happy with how Game came out, Nebby? Game Enjoyer clearly has this. We'll see. We will see. Game Enjoyer certainly has a much more trained moveset. Game Enjoyer has much more experience, they say, but this is Mansionverse Arena. It is anyone's game, as they say. And Game Enjoyer is much more preoccupied, so I hear, with letting people train, with building up new talent. They say he's a bit past his prime, that he's gotten a bit old here. I don't know about that necessarily, but grizzled veterans do have a way of coming out on top. Just going to quickly fire a message to Kitsune to let him know he is up. We will see if he shows up here in chat. I certainly hope so. Now, Game Enjoyer prefers to have a very flashy style. They say that Game Enjoyer has mastered a great many moves. Parkaz, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Sparkbomb Mansion. Please take a seat in the audience. Enjoy that grab the popcorn achievement. Make yourself comfortable. One day we'll probably be doing this in an official universe mode, but I'm still learning how WWE 2K19 works. Now, Game Enjoyer, quite an all-American, as most would say. Game Enjoyer from the Heartland itself, I hear, Ohio, ready to show off all that his country has to offer, all the goodness, all the heart and soul that has been so forgotten during the recent trying times that have brought us here tonight. Because what we care about here tonight is to remind ourselves what good competition looks like. He does look perfect, Sky. He does look perfect. Now, of course, I will again mention Nebiros. All the characters who look fantastic were made by Nebiros. Let's see if you can go 3 out of 3 wrong predictions. That's what I did last week. I went like OX on predictions last week. Joan played. Welcome on in. Joan played. We are slowly adding people from the community. Game Enjoyer designed by Captain Nebiros. Kitsune designed by me. Durf from last round also designed by me, which is why they don't look as good. Kitsune not wearing shoes because I forgot to add his shoes. I apologize for that. Game Enjoyer going for a very quick headlock, showing off that skillfulness, but Kitsune's raw strength might be overpowering Game Enjoyer, who needs shoes. Kitsune should have some shoes. We'll get to that eventually. We have quite the competition, quite the maneuvering going on. Kitsune is not just muscular, he also does have quite a bit of skill. Oh, just taking Game Enjoyer down to the ground like that. Now, like I've said to everyone before, I want everyone who gets included in Mansionverse Arena to look like their real-life counterparts. I want this to be about us in a real setting. I don't want this to just be, you know, made-up fictional characters. Although we have a few of those, of course. Game Enjoyer dropping Kitsune's head on the stairs. Also, I probably should have checked before I started this to make sure that the out-of-ring time was 20 seconds. I know that Game Enjoyer and Kitsune are aware of whatever the rules are here in the ring. And so whichever condition it is, things are good. We are still getting a lot of those features and such done correctly. Oh, Kitsune just laying a smackdown on Game Enjoyer. Game Enjoyer should have the skill to turn this around. Right there, Game Enjoyer did it. I knew it would happen sooner or later. Game Enjoyer is showing how good he is. There should be blood, Joan played. There should be blood. Now, I will mention, Mansionverse Arena is fictional, is hosted here in the Sparkbot Mansion. This is a virtual reality setting we are all in right now. So don't be concerned about the blood. This is not real fighting. It's akin to a video game, akin to a virtual reality. Durf, Durf, you missed your match. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But you are here in time for Game Enjoyer's match. The Rift character is wearing socks with stars. I did not catch that. Game Enjoyer getting back into the ring to reset the timer. Kitsune showing off those muscles, but Game Enjoyer just going to bring him down, just going to punish him for doing so. This, of course, a much more impressive match. Kitsune is quite the imposing man, quite the well-built man, and in this shirt he shows it off. Go ahead and spoil it. Durf, you face off with Cyprus, and the video will be going on YouTube. So if you want to see the match for yourself later, I don't want to spoil it for you. I feel like this should be something where you have to be there to see it. You have to know what happens. You have to see it to know what happens. Game Enjoyer quite in command of this match. Oh! Going in for that sliding kick into Kitsune's face. And now wrenching on that arm. Twisting Kitsune so hard that we can see through his shirt and into the graphics underneath. Two skillful competitors we have right here, but Game Enjoyer widely regarded as the favorite, as the one more likely to win, and he's going in for an early pin. I don't think it's going to. It didn't come out ahead. I don't know why Game Enjoyer looks so disappointed by that. He had to have known Kitsune was not ready to go down yet. You know, Game Enjoyer does have more experience than any of us here. Wow, just look at that right there. What's next? Is Game Enjoyer going to show us some rain coming down from the heavens? Game Enjoyer showing us how you do this in style. And that is it. Game Enjoyer taking the win, taking down Kitsune, proving, of course, his talent and his skill here in the ring. Game Enjoyer quite proud of himself. Always happy when he is shown a good competitor. Rexazor is still going 0 for 3. All is right in the world. And we, of course, need to end that prediction. Game Enjoyer has won. Nebiros was quite keen to fight somebody, of course, at some point. And who better to have her fight than Datsukai, who has been loyally coming in here, showing off her flexing in chat simply by being a good, worthy community member, wearing these lovely pastel colors. We're going to get to know Datsukai a little bit better. Datsukai is known as the Heart. One of the kindest people you'll meet. Of course, we have many kind people in this community, but Datsukai especially. She is up. And let's take a moment to appreciate the Captain. One of the most vicious, punishing, thirstiest for treasure, or for booty, I'm not sure which, pirates we know. Her hometown, of course, Canada. We don't know where in Canada. Probably the Canadian seas, the 7 seas of Canada. If we want to start a hype train now, we can start a hype train now. I need to start the prediction now is what I need to do. Once again, for those doing predictions, do keep in mind that if no one bets against you, it will be a loss in lost points. And also, the points you are able to win are based on the points that people have bet against your side. Do keep that in mind. I don't like seeing you guys lose points. I do like seeing crazy transfers of wealth. That's always entertaining. Also very, very dangerous with the achievements we have here. That would be a quick way for somebody to earn, you know, pay to win. Which is not necessarily desirable. Skyfire Sage cheering those 100 bits. Thank you so much, Sky. This is, of course, the debut of Mansionverse Arena. Did we have 2 other people who were going to make that hype train happen, or is Sky simply cheering the 100 bits to be awesome? I don't know. Datsukai, of course, is just excited to be here, wearing these lovely pastel colors. I'm quite proud of designing this outfit myself. I don't know who was yelling out there in the crowd, but that was in my ear. Captain Nebiros coming in hot with the 100 bits. Thank you. Can we get some hype in chat for both the bits from Sky and the bits from Nebi, please? Now, Datsukai, of course, does have a bit of a background in judo, so I'm aware, but she is still getting back into practice, so on and so forth. Nebi, of course, not really the best fighter necessarily out there either, so a very apt matchup, or so I'm told. Although Nebi does know how to use those thighs, as we can see here. Just choking Datsukai as she is able. Shiny Mika Blue, thank you for the 400 bits. Can we get some hype for those bits? Can we get some hype for the hype train? Thank you all for starting this hype train during this lovely match. Let's continue to see how our wonderful artist does against one of the kindest people in this community. We are 38% of the way to a level 1 hype train. The ref having to get in there and disrupt things a little bit. Sky, thank you for the 400 bits. We get some more hype there. Nebi appears to have rolled Datsukai over and into a pin position. That I was about to be amazed if that was it right there. Fortunately, it is not. Joan Play, thank you for the 50 bits. Joan Play, are you getting the shut up and take my bits achievement? Have you gotten that yet? We'll have to find out if you have or not. Shut up and take my bits, Joan Played. Of course, for those who want to enjoy the achievements, they are in the down below section in one of the panel sections. Meanwhile, Datsukai give it a little bit of a stomp on Nebi. doing this same arm stretch that many of our competitors have been learning, have been practicing. Datsukai currently assessing the situation, dragging Nebi over to the middle. Is she going in for a pin? She is going in for a pin. I don't think it'll be an... Nebi effortlessly kicking out of it. Just casually, nope, get off of me. What is she going to do next? Ooh. I don't know if Datsukai is trying to do the wave, but Nebi here content. Ooh, that drop right there. That drop right there. Of course, we are 66% of the way to a level 1 hype train. If the hype train is not completed, no one gets the hype emotes. No one gets the conductor's badges. I know most of you already have them, but I do, of course, mention it. Look at that reversal right there. Nebi lifting Datsukai right up and dropping her down. Continuing as Sky, you might need to refresh, and you might need to confirm the sub. That's what's going to happen for the train. That's what's necessary for the train. Continuing the sub itself doesn't work unless you hit the, like, confirm button. Nebi going in for that pin, but it is not enough. And I know this is not a time where you want to be refreshing. It's not a time where you want to be taking those chances. Nebi just slamming Datsukai right down to the mat. I don't know what she was trying to do there exactly. Picking Datsukai up was a mistake, taking that knee to the face. Ooh. Mika, thank you for those 500 bits. We are almost all the way to the level 1 hype train. We are almost there. But I understand if no one wants to take their eyes off of this. That outfit that Nebiros is wearing is an incredible outfit. I wonder if she's borrowing some of the equipment from Sparkbot. Datsukai kicking out at the 2. Mika, thank you for those 100 bits. Completing level 1. There will be conductor's badges going out around now. We are also buying more time for Sky to get that resub in if the match ends in time. And that glowing blue outfit is indeed fire. Now, I've heard rumors. Cyprus sharing 200 bits. Thank you so much, Cyprus. Is this? It is not. Datsukai looks heartbroken that Nebi kicked out. Now, I've heard that there are rumors that Nebiros will be joining the CWL. I don't know what's going to be following up on those. Quite an impressive throw there by Datsukai. Is it enough? Not quite. Not quite. You're apparently Sparkbot's mechanic. I hear that Sparkbot in the CWL is in desperate need of a mechanic and has been reaching out, been trying to find somebody. Will Nebiros help him out? I don't know. It is still anyone's guess whose match this is going to be. But can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that Datsukai's sandals match her outfit so well? Those pastel colors are wonderful. These nice spring colors. It's perfect season. It's perfect season. Now that looked like the kind of trip that you take a child on, the kind of roller coaster you take a child on. Just a quick little flip over. And Nebiros does not seem to be as amused as a child might be. Stomping her feet in anger, in fact. Shrimplebot will repair Sparkbot. Shrimplebot needs a new pet fish after all. Oh no. Don't know why Nebi didn't make a move, but it gave Datsukai that window. I think Datsukai's going in for another pin, pulling Nebi into the center so that she can't touch the rope to get out of the pin. But it's still not over yet. No, of course, some in the audience are enjoying watching Nebi get pounded. Captain Nebiros, of course, does have her own OnlyFans. But she apparently doesn't do much with it yet. Is this it? Not quite. Not quite. Datsukai is still trying to figure out what she has to do to put Nebi down. And whether this extra punishment will be enough, but it gave Nebi just enough time to get back up on her feet. Nebi shoving Datsukai down to the ground. Adding injury to There are not words, ladies and gentlemen. There are not words for the butt action we just saw, for the booty we just saw. Not only is it that, Datsukai does not have words for it either. She seems to have been so caught off guard by it that Nebiros has taken the win as a result. Four out of 4 wrong, let's go. That's right, Rex. 4 out of 4 wrong, let's go. Now, why is Nebi here competing? I just hear she likes a good fight. Perhaps she can say more. Perhaps there will be more in the Sparkbomb forums shared after all of this. And in fact, we only have one more match tonight. But before we do it, a word from our sponsors. Do you want to join Mansionverse Arena? Are you good enough to compete with the best of them? Contact Shattered Drift. Contact Captain Nebiros. Give permission for your likeness to be used. Our feature of the night. It's going to be the reason why Nebiros and I got this game in the first place. A battle of the ages. You watched Nebiros draw the 2020 edition of it. And now you're going to see it here in the arena for the first time. Sky. This is our main event. This is why we all came here. This is why Mansionverse Arena began. This is a battle that started back in 2002, and it has rehashed itself time and time again throughout the ages, throughout the years. Now, Sayuri got 2 matches tonight because she needed to be here. Well, one, we needed to have Dynamo compete. We couldn't go without that, and Sayuri thought she was up for it. She thought that she could handle 2 matches in one night. She said she was up for it. She said that anytime, no faith in Ryuenjin. Here's the thing, if somebody wants to vote, 10 points to get on Ryuenjin, you can potentially take home quite a few points. It appears we have finished our hype train. Oop, can I see the proper stuff? So thank you all for the contribution of 4 tier 1s, or nope, that's not right. It's not showing my information correctly. It's not showing my information correctly on here for the hype train. Apologies for that. There we go. Somebody has voted 100 points on Ryuenjin. Rex's Horde wouldn't recommend against predicting Ryuenjin as he has predicted him. Or wait, he wouldn't recommend. He would recommend against predicting Ryuenjin as Rex has predicted him. We have a lot of points right now ready to go into Rex's pocket if Rex wins this wager. If anybody else still wants to get in on this wager, there are a lot of channel points up for grabs. Now, Ryuenjin is, of course, the superstar. For his start, can we go 5 out of 5 losses? Probably. Sayuri looking fresh as a daisy here for her lovely fans. Watch, this won't be the one Rex wins tonight, gets 15k sparks. He might. It'll be more than 15k. It's 100 versus 39k right now. If anyone hasn't made a prediction, hasn't gotten in on this, there are points up for grabs. There is some wager going on right now. Did you say 50k? You meant 39, 39k, 39. This is why Nebiros and I bought this game, both at full MSRP price, so that we could have this battle here in 2021. Ryuenjin going in with the first attack, strong with the clothesline. Of course, those wings on the back of his jacket, reminiscent of his days as a Dragoon. What is he about to do? He is showing off. Simply jumping over and smack here in the face with his foot just to show off. Laying a stomp down right now. Quite the early. Oh, Sayuri has caught it. Sayuri is not likely to go down easily. She very much does want to prove herself. She has fought Ryuenjin countless times, and she always fights to win. You bought the TLC as well, Nebi, as you should. I forget. Well, I don't even know what all was in the DLC really, but we did it. Ryuenjin just content to tell her to stay down. I hear that he is much more of a street brawler for his background. He is much more of one to do punches than kicks. But here he's been laying all the kicks into Sayuri. What is he lining her up for right now? Oh, he is spinning her around. That can't have been nice on the back. Ryuenjin just showing off right now, taking the early lead as he was opt to do in these competitions before, but I don't think that's the Ryuenjin. It's too early for a pin. I know you're showing off to the crowd a little bit. I can only assume. This has been quite one-sided so far. There was something I put on Dynamo that you had to before you could re-download them. Oh, I didn't realize that. Is Ryuenjin going for another pin already? I can't imagine that. Ryuenjin is just here to play to the crowd, to remind us all why he doesn't care about his popularity. He doesn't care about his standing with the audience. He is simply the best there is, and he doesn't care about insulting his opponents. Not afraid to grab Sayuri by the back of the head and just throw her out. What's he going to do now? Just throwing her back and forth casually, playing with her like she's a ragdoll. Did Dynamo give Ryuenjin the advice to treat her the way that he does? I don't know. Perhaps Sayuri really is burnt out from her earlier match. This is just embarrassing to watch. Where is she planning on making an impressive comeback? We know it's possible. Will it happen, though? All right, here we go. She's showing us that she is not quite to be trifled with, but it's hard to, it's almost hard to watch. It is almost hard to watch. Sayuri, we know that you have an impressive moveset. We would love to see you show some of it off and just fling Ryuenjin around the way he's been flinging you around. That's more like it, Sayuri. That was what I was asking for right there. Are you rolling him into a pin position? I don't think it's the time, Sayuri. It is not. It is time to show off. This is what we came here to see right here. What are you going to do, Sayuri? Will Ryuenjin be able to deal with it? Ryuenjin getting out of the way. Sayuri whipping it. If it had ended there, I don't know what I would have said, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I would have said. Ryuenjin just asking if there's a competitor around here who can challenge him. Sayuri didn't like that one bit. Of course, these two competitors have been trash-talking each other for nearly 20 years now. And so whatever is going on right now, we have to assume that Sayuri has a plan. We have to assume that she has been preparing for the last few weeks since it was announced she would be able to face Ryuenjin for your entertainment. And Ryuenjin was having a lot of trouble getting out of that chokehold. And Sayuri just nimbly going around Ryuenjin, not a problem in the world. That was not it, Sayuri. But she knows how to slap with the best of them. How to kick Ryuenjin around a little bit. She was Jazz was about to go down. Now here she is dominating this match, controlling it the way that we were hoping to see from the get-go. Will that be enough to end this? 2. That is it. Sayuri has won. Rexazord has indeed lost all the wagers tonight. That is the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sayuri taking the crown from Ryuenjin, but we know what they say. Ryuenjin is no doubt going to be looking forward to that rematch someday in the future. When will it be? We don't know yet, but we know that it will be coming one of these days. Now, Mansionverse Arena is waiting for more competitors. It is waiting for a more consistent schedule. It is waiting for everything to get figured out. If you would like to join, please let us know. If you are willing to have a character quickly made by me, I am willing to do that. If you would like to wait for the professional hand of Captain Nebiros, that is fine as well.